Welcome to your weekly edition of me, James, standing in front of you in the internet, talking to you about our new coffee release at Blending Room. And this week, it is a washed mixed cultivar coffee from El Salvador, grown at between 1,200 and 1,500 meters above sea level, and is called El Borbollon. In this video, I'll describe how I roasted the coffee, what the flavor profiles are, and how I think you should brew it. So let's dive straight into the roast profiles. This week I did 2 batches versus our standard 3. It's August and it's a little bit quiet in the world of coffee because lots of people go away on holiday, and why shouldn't you? Anyhow, 2 batches on the Loring S15 Falcon, both 12 kilos starting load mass, and the target roast time for these 2 coffees was around 9 minutes 25, 9.5 minutes in total roast time. I believe I finished at 9:27 on the pair. I wanted this coffee to be somewhere around 212.5 to 213.5 as an end temperature, because I feel that a slightly higher temperature on a washed coffee from El Salvador benefits its brew application, and I'll come to that a little later on. Both the profiles that you'll see are broadly similar in roast profile shape. There was an end development time of about 1 minute and 25 seconds, which is where I kind of like to be at this point in time. I get a balance of fruitiness and I get a balance of body in the cup, and of course some perceived sweetness as well. Both coffees cupped out really well. They're both tasting really great for what the coffee is, and that's exactly what I'll describe now. So I've got myself a brew. This is a batch brew today, and that's exactly where I like to taste all of these coffees. I'm going to dig my nose in to try and pick out any of the aroma profile, which will then give an indication as to how this may taste on my palate. So let's dig my snout in. So what you get with this is a lot of chocolate. There's this subtle sweetness as well. And it smells almost creamy. It smells rounded. So I wonder if that's going to transfer in the cup. Let's have a taste and see. And it absolutely does. Now, I'm aerating the coffee as I drink it. That is to just excite some of the flavor compounds that would be present within the coffee. So what I'm getting now is a little bit of like a gingerbready type characteristic. This would be very suitable for the autumn. Mind, it is an autumnal day, the day that I'm filming this. However, next I get this nuttiness, and it's a little bit like almonds. There are some other broad nut characteristics in there too. And on the finish is this wonderful, crisp and long dark chocolate. This coffee is beautifully simple. It's well balanced, there's lovely sweetness in there, but it is a coffee that hasn't got a broad range of top notes. It sits right in the middle of your palate, and one that I feel that those who enjoy coffee with milk or a dairy alternative, this will really suit you. The positive lack of high levels of fruit characteristics means that this would pair very well with dairy or non-dairy alternatives. It will also mean that this is going to be an incredibly good coffee, as broadly most El Salvador coffees are, for espresso. So those people who enjoy espresso beverages, this is going to be right up your street. There's enough acidity in there to give the coffee a little bit of sprightness in the cup, but there won't be a proliferation of fruit characters, something that I really enjoy, but I know not all of you do. So, espresso lovers, do get into this coffee. This would be really great. Now, I'm drinking this as a batch brew. This is an uncomplicated and beautifully so batch brew. And what do I mean by batch brew? I mean filter coffee. Filter, cafetiere, all of those. This coffee will be very simple, but I don't mean that as a detrimental part or defamatory to the coffee. This is a wonderfully well-balanced, easy drinking coffee that anybody will enjoy, especially those who enjoy the basier end of coffee flavor profiles. In Synopsis, the El Borbollon from El Salvador will be really well suited for those people who enjoy simple, uncomplicated coffees that are less fruit forward. It would pair exceptionally well with milk and would be really well suited for those people who enjoy espresso beverages or who like rich, full-bodied batch, filter or cafetiere brewing. I hope this video has proved useful. Until next time, cheers.